In reality, questions of breadth are decided in law according to the doctrine of equivalence, which refers to a series of court findings about how nearly equivalent two inventions must be before finding patent infringement. This doctrine is obscure and unpredictable. Courts have sometimes reasoned that an improvement with great commercial value should not be interpreted as infringing on a pioneering invention with little standalone value. Superscript 5, which reads, see Westinghouse versus Boyden Power Brake Co. 170 U.S. 537, 572, open parentheses, 1990, 1898. Excuse me, it reads 1898, close parentheses, returning to the text. After all, the improvement, not the pioneering invention, is what people really value. Howard Chang, an economist lawyer, has recently shown that this argument is flawed for purposes of maximizing the social value of inventive activity. Superscript 6, which reads, see Howard F. Chang, Patent Scope, Antitrust Policy, and Cumulative Innovation, 26 Rand J. Econ. 34, open parentheses, 1995, close parentheses. See also Robert P. Merges and Richard R. Nelson on the complex economics of patent scope, 90, column Columbia, COLUM in capitals, L.REV. 839, open parentheses, 1990, close parentheses, returning to the text. If the people who do fundamental research receive the sale value of the pioneering invention, but they do not receive any of the sale value of the commercial applications, there will not be enough fundamental research. To see why, consider an analogy between pioneering inventions and raising sheep. Sheep are sold for mutton and wool. Assume that the mutton from the sheep is worth much more than the wool. If shepherds are paid the value of the wool but not the value of the mutton, then shepherds will not be paid enough, and they will raise too few sheep. Mutton and wool are joint products of rearing sheep. Efficient incentives require that shepherds receive the sale value of their product, sheep, which is the sum of the sale value of mutton and wool. Similarly, commercial applications and pioneering inventions are joint products of fundamental research. Commercial applications require pioneering inventions, and pioneering inventions require fundamental research. A joint product will be undersupplied if the supplier's compensation equals the commercial value of only one of the joint products. Ideally, the fundamental research and commercial development would be joined together in a single firm. If the activities are joined under a single producer, then the producer will receive the sum of the value of the fundamental research and commercial application, just like paying the shepherd the sum of the value of the mutton and wool. Even if one firm conducted fundamental research and another firm developed commercial applications, the incentive problem could be solved if transaction costs were zero. If transaction costs were zero, then the Coase theorem would apply. Breadth of patent does not matter to economic efficiency so long as inventors can bargain with each other costlessly and make efficient contracts. Problems arise under the realistic assumption that transaction costs impede bargaining between suppliers and fundamental research and commercial development. Two legal remedies are available: lubricate bargaining, normative Coase theorem, or allocate rights to the party who values them the most, normative Hobbes theorem. Instead of pursuing these two remedies, U.S. law has been perverse in both respects. Bargaining among inventors sometimes leads to joint research ventures in which competing manufacturers share an R&D facility and compete with each other in production and sales. In America, antitrust laws have inhibited joint ventures for research and development. Thus, the application of antitrust law to R&D obstructed a solution to the problem of the joint production of inventions. Fortunately, American officials have recognized this failure in policy and taken steps to correct it.